I don't know how to start recordings, so I'm just gonna start. Greetings. This is part 2 of a 4-part series where I complete a deep scan with every class on 6x2 to celebrate the release of Season 5, and also because I kind of really like this mission type. I run Hybrid Support Scout for this run, which means I'm running Cryass, but with Aggressive Venting Drag. There are quite a few reasons to run Aggressive Venting over Active Stability System, but it mainly comes down to improved self-defense at the cost of being able to deal with certain high-priority targets. But worry not, this build does work in teams. You just kind of shift some of your clear the damned ceiling to your gunner, which is fine. He's running minigun or something. It's not a problem for him. Enough about that though, let's talk about this mission type because it's fucking fantastic and also the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. The first thing to talk about would be the UI, which is kind of bad? I don't know how to describe it. I mean, it tells you all the information you need to know. It just does it in a really unintuitive way. Not that it can't be learned, but for new players I can see this mission being very confusing. It's not make or break though, so...
Better than flying. Let there be light.
I really like the idea of having to find a bunch of hidden crystals in a kind of maze-like map. I just wish they were slightly less maze-like. Some of the tunnels wrap around and clip into each other, which can make navigation a bit difficult.
Cryo Grenade! I gotta watch the overheating. I hate nature.
The first 40 nitro scramble here. Luckily there's plenty in spawn, so I get to call the first resupply long before the swarm. The having to dig things out of the ground is of course annoying on 3-hit terrain, but they do soften the blow by having the crystal encasing be 2-hit, as well as break instantly when you unearth the crystal.
Pesticide coming up.
The two biggest failure conditions for this mission have been running out of ammo and of course dying, as well as not being able to find the damn things, and lack of Scout's crowd clearing ability, which probably says more about me than it does Scout.
Ammo taken.
And of course, the most common failure condition, dying right as you get to the damn geode. So let's dive deeper into the nuances of this build a little bit. I brought Cryo Grenades as opposed to boomerangs, just for some extra stopping power, and dealing with grunts is a bit easier because you can freeze them with a Cryo Grenade and then thaw them out with aggressive venting, and that usually kills them pretty much instantly.
Cryo Grenade!
Of course, you've got the star of the show and my beloved aggressive venting, which I think is probably the best overclock on the drag, which is probably debatable, but it does what I need it to do the best. And then there's Cryo Bolts, which, you know it, you love it. 20 or 27 Cryo Grenades in your pocket. When comboed with Taser Bolts, you pretty much have everything you need to deal with everything that the game can throw at you. Or, I don't know, shredders can be a bit threatening, but you can fear them away and then take them out with the Drac. The electrocution is nice on the Drac there. Speaking of the Drac, let's run down the mod list real quick. We've got fastest overheat possible. I run accuracy instead of hot feet because I find I don't need hot feet, and the rest of the mods are pretty self-explanatory. Electricity over armor break is just personal preference.
I gotta watch the overheating. Reload it.
Let's take a moment to admire this absolute gamer move by this flower,
Think you could kill me.
which
Well,
stops me
enough.
from moving just enough to get me nailed in the face by an acid spitter.
Rubbish equipment.
Yikes.
10,
That's what iron wills are for, I suppose.
7,
One-time free mistake fixer.
5,
I did think about
Three.
resetting after I lost iron will this early, but
0.
I'm glad I didn't.
Die!
Well, with the wave done, just gotta mop up what's left and get back to finding some crystals.
Weapon ready.
Of course, the grunt trickle is endless because of the aggro limit. Now, I could play with the increased aggro limit.
Naughty.
That's got its pros and cons. I'm sort of a vanilla purist when it comes to modded, which, you know, doesn't really make sense, but
Much better.
I just like to think of this difficulty as something that could be in the base game. I almost get leeched here, but
No more leeching off me.
this leaf points me to the exact position of the crystal, and I reward it by destroying it.
I found the resonance crystal.
But hey,
Send
that's
me
2
one of them
crystals
scanners.
down before the second swarm, so we're making good time. Just gonna grab as much nitra as I can in the little downtime I have.
Donkey, come here.
I've pretty much resigned myself to another swarm at this point. This wave wastes even more of my
It's
time,
overheated.
but that's just how it is on this difficulty, I guess.
These bugs don't stand a chance.
Taser bolts primarily exist
I was
for
born
stopping
ready.
bolts, suppressors, nemesises,
I gotta watch the overheating.
etc. But you can do a little Bermuda Triangle with them. Try and do some corner straps.
Naughty.
It's probably not good, but you sure can do it. And taser bolts aren't bad against groups. You can either put them on the floor or tag a couple bugs at the front of the pack and create like a walking electric fence. I don't think taser bolts are the best option that crossbow has to offer, but it definitely fills the niche that I need on this build, which
Wally
is
is on the way.
stopping power for
Can't carry
huge
anymore.
targets.
Weapon ready. Let's plug this scanner.
Little known
into the crystal.
fact, there are always 3 Mactera within 10 meters of you at all times. You might not be able to see them or hear them, but they're there, and they'll show up at the worst time, like right now.
It's overheated. For Carl.
Scanner is active. Almost there. Get me one more.
Let
We
there
have
be
full
light.
triangulation.
Grabbing ammo. Red sugar. I'm totally loaded. Light is up.
Contact.
One of my favorite wave types here, but
They're almost on you. Get
I'm not very good at fire spreads with this build. I mean, the fire sort of spreads itself, and it's aggressive venting, so you can't really go wrong, but those guards, man. If only their ignite temp was just a little bit lower.
Grunts are here. Let's show them a special handshake, team.
Alright, let's talk about the special handshake. I want to know what the Dwarven special handshake is. And the first person to comment, oh, it's just bullets? It's just shooting the other person? No, I want to see some sick hand tricks. If the dwarves can learn to twerk, the dwarves can learn to do some sick-ass handshakes.
It's overheated. Oh, it feels more alive.
I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing here, even though I'm the one who played it. I'm just sort of regrouping. Maybe I thought the resupply was still up. Maybe I just wanted to draw all the grunts into an open area. Maybe I just felt like taking fall damage for no reason. The world may never know, because I definitely don't. I'm fairly confident what I was actually doing was I was just retreating to try and draw out all the grunts so that I could get back to the hallway, and thus get my resupply for free. This is the second take of this section of the video, commentary-wise, because the first time I watched it, I genuinely had no clue what I was doing. But, now I know. I figured it out. Used my big brain. See? Resupply inbound. Drawing them all away. Doing the old lap. What confuses me a little bit here is that I stop and don't get the resupply. I'm assuming that I was just like, okay, I'll wipe out whatever's left.
I'm taking some of the ammo.
I don't know, man. Don't ask me. I'm just the one who played the whole game. And then I do this whole song and dance, doing a kiting thing, trying to make a Bermuda Triangle of electric arcs. I won't lie and say that I remember exactly what I was doing. It was 5 in the morning.
I was born ready.
But I didn't die, so it's all's well that ends well.
That goddamn overheating. Bam!
Remember that grunt trickle I mentioned earlier? Yeah, it gets worse.
Reloading.
I just want a damn resupply.
Shoulder for ya. Not again.
I gotta do this whole song and dance. The whole scout playstyle is just doing little songs and dances.
We gotta locate and destroy the food nexus, or we will have.
Can you tell that scout is my least played class? Finally, I get it. I do almost get my shit kicked in the process. But that's an exaggeration. There was just one grunt, 2 grunt guards. But the grunt trickle is very real.
I gotta watch the overheating.
I think I'm free now.
I'm taking some of the ammo.
No, there's more. There's always more.
Lloyd!
Did I say I liked grunt waves? I meant fuck grunt waves.
It's overheated. Born ready. Yikes! That thing almost put my beard
And
on.
here I'm collecting more nitro because I have none in the bank.
I hear management's been trying to get a shipment of knee pads. Loading up! Found you, you greasy
I've been burned
meatball.
by leeches that I've left out of the
Weapon
way before,
ready.
so not making that mistake twice.
Lights up! You snooze, you lose. Born ready.
Crystal number 3 located.
Come here.
Maybe we'll get through this with less than 4 swarms.
Found it.
I just have to wait a couple years
Send
for
the
it to get
resonance
here.
center. Pretty please. Stand your ground. Give no quarter.
Yeah, I'm desperate to get it in here.
Relax and chill.
I don't want any more swarms if I can
Scanners
avoid
here.
it.
Let's hook it up to the
So
crystal.
I'm gonna build it while this goo bomber looks at me. Bam. Safe.
All scanners read green. We got full triangulation.
3 swarms is not bad. I can't remember if I had more or less in my deep scan true solo with engineer.
Elevator incoming. All scans complete. Good work, team.
Boom, baby. It's overheated.
This is it. Check your ammo before you launch the elevator. The locals will be investigating the noise. Get to that multi-geo miners.
Not
Management
again.
Now here's the point where an idea germinated in my brain, where I was like, what if I got all the food? All the swarms and waves have stopped. Why don't I just add another 7 to 10 minutes to the mission? Make Future World have to edit this shit. So, time-lapse time.
Lights it. Fighting!
Alright, well, we get to the main portion of this mission.
Supplies are on the way.
I'd like to take a moment to talk about the elephant in the room, which is Hazard 5+, and why I'm probably not going to do any more runs of it. And the long and the short of it is, I just don't find it fun. It's like a roguelike in that it's super punishing. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy a good roguelike,
Fine job.
but I'm here to shoot bugs, not sit through loading screens every time I get whacked by 3 grunts. And you know, if it's not fun, why bother? I was thinking about doing a video about what I would change for Hazard 5+ to make it more enjoyable while maintaining some of the difficulty. So if you'd like to see that, let me know down in the comments. And if you've got ideas yourself on how you would fix the difficulty, then let me know that too. Alright, as much as I enjoy this mission type,
Ready for company.
this part could use some tweaks. Mainly not turning into Repair the Claw Track Simulator. It doesn't quite make sense to me why they would want a mission type where you have to look up also have an element where you have to constantly be looking down. I mean, I know this is a team game at heart, but this seems like a pretty large flaw. Perhaps they'll make Bosco able to fix the things for you. That would pretty much rectify the problem for casual solo players. True solo players are destined to suffer.
Sure would be nice to have machinery that is not constantly falling apart.
That's exactly what I was thinking the whole way down. Say it with me now. DRG seriously needs to invest in some better equipment. While I do my little circus act of balancing maintaining the claw tracks and balancing not getting my head blown off by a Mactera, make sure to subscribe. I feel like I'm on a merry-go-round of manual labor.
Maintaining the claw tracks. You want some more?
Alright, it's about at this point that I'm starting to wonder when the hell is this thing gonna end? The answer appears to be not anytime soon. But lo and behold, that glorious clunk.
That's it. We are at the geode.
In terms of elevators, that one was actually pretty short. We only hit bedrock once. It gets kind of tight here, mainly because I almost died of fall damage. But, you know, I'm jumping out, placing that resupply. And it's not a world video if he doesn't put the resupply in the worst goddamn spot imaginable because he's panicking. And yes, indeed, I was panicking because this is the second time I've made it to the inside of the geode, and I am not keen on repeating the first experience. Yep, I'm panicking already. You can see me kind of just jumping around. I'm a little shaky. I get nerves, what can I say? I fumble my cryonade and waste it on 2 grunts instead of letting the timer go off and freezing everything that walks up. Get caught on that, almost die to the Praetorian, lose all of the health that I just got. It's not a pretty sight.
Reloaded.
Trying to stall. Should throw a cryonade here, but I don't.
Not again.
Okay.
Out of grenades. It's overheated.
And the cave is cleared, for the most
Really
part.
much better.
I gotta get these seeds and get out.
Ammo taken.
I grab a resupply for health, so I'm feeling a little more confident. Just a couple more seeds to go. Once I put those jet boots on, I'm home free. Nothing can touch a scout with jet boots.
Come here.
All Morkite seeds collected. Management will be pleased.
I have no clue where these acid spitters absolutely just appeared
I
from.
took down the acid spitter.
Time to leave.
Locked and loaded.
Good job, team.
We
Jet
need
boots.
these to get out of the deal.
Jet boots on the drill elevator.
Resupply.
Grab a
Grabbing
pad
ammo.
And get to the drop pod.
Come on, baby, come on. It's home free, right?
Move your tin ass over here and hurry
Past the
over here.
swarmers, condemned to eternal damnation.
For those about to rock and stone, activate.
Accidentally rocking stone instead of calling Molly.
To LZ. Drop pod departing in T-minus
Go,
5
go, go.
minutes.
Isn't waiting for him. Lloyd!
Now I do have no resupplies left to
Let
call,
there be Lloyd.
so I am working with what I have. There's red sugar around, so I'm not too
Weapons
stressed,
ready.
but
Come
this
and
game
get
loves to
you
100 to 0 you in some
My
bullshit
lovely
ways.
grappling hook. Let's head to the drop. It's overheated. Reload it.
Molly taking her sweet ass time as usual. I think that if you have extra pairs of jet boots, at least 2 pairs, you should be able to strap them to Molly and jet boot her out of the geo.
Drop pod departing in T-minus 4 minutes.
I was born with pickaxe. Chill.
The patch that was released that fixed the gas clouds dealing 4 times damage came shortly before this, and thank God, because you know I forget every single time that my Cryo Bolts will now freeze the gas clouds.
Enemy frozen. Rubbish equipment.
Does this count as a nerf to Cryo Bolts?
Yes. Cryo! What a jaw-dropping experience!
Almost there.
Breathe! Jet boot on!
The mule is secured.
We
Initiating
fight
launch
for
Home
sequence.
safe.
Stone!
Deeper Galactic, thanks you for your good work. Drop pod will leave with or without
I'll show
you.
the build and 6x2 verification one more time when I return to the space rig. If you've got any questions, comments, or grievances, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.
Rock and stone forever!